Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back.
Y'all, I have no idea or no excuse for what this, nothingness in frame is. You're pretty much not gonna see Harley in box. I'm sorry. You'll see her out of box. I'm not a professional.
Obviously today we're going to be unboxing another Shadow High Rainbow Vision doll. So from the Neon Shadow band, today we're going to be looking at Harley Limestone. I feel like she is vastly the favorite of this line. Everyone seems to be raving about her, and I can obviously see why. If you didn't see my video on Mara, she's probably my favorite. Obviously, I haven't gotten Harley out of box, so maybe that'll change. But she just in box is my second favorite. I think her hair looks amazing. Her makeup is stunning. I'll go ahead and get you guys a bit of a closer look. Like, she does look incredible. So I completely understand why everyone is raving about her. I'm very, very excited to have her today. The back of the box is the same as Mara's. So just the art for the Neon Shadow band. It is very, very cute art. I always feel a little sad throwing away the boxes because, it's very pretty, but I'm an out-of-box collector and I don't have room for all these boxes. So with that being said, the important stuff about Harley is going to be actually getting to look at her and see everything that she comes with and see how quality it is. So I'm going to unbox her off screen right quick, and then I'll be back with you guys to look at all the details. Be back in a sec. Alrighty, here is Harley and all of her little goodies. Of course, she comes with the comb and then both a pants and a shirt hanger, all of course in her very vibrant green. And then her instrument is a microphone, which, this is so simple compared to the drums and the guitar, technically speaking. It's just a microphone, but I love that it comes with the amp. And you'll notice I just unplugged her microphone cord. And that's what I really like. I don't know, just something about the functionality of being able to plug in her microphone to her amp. Even though this itself is, fairly simple, I just think that's so cool. And then her microphone does detach, so it's got this whole long string, which I just love it so much. The microphone itself does say Shadow on it if I flip it the right way around. Other than that, it's just green. I think I had this same complaint with the Rockstar line, that I could have used more detail on the microphone itself, but that's honestly being quite nitpicky. It's fine. Then the stand itself has, again, a similar handkerchief kind of tied around. I don't like this one quite as much. I feel like the studs are really big and just seem not punk. I feel like the vibe is supposed to be kind of edgy and kind of punky, and this just isn't really giving me that. I do I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but the black fabric is iridescent, so there's little rainbows to it, which is really pretty. I wish they'd used this fabric on some other aspect of her design, because I'm just not in love with the little handkerchief. But, that's fine. I can take it off. It's okay. Aside from that, though, if you guys have watched my reviews before, you know that I usually start off with Rainbow High or Shadow High with their second outfits, and then kind of save the doll for last. But I think with her specifically, with Harley specifically, I kind of need to do it backwards. So you'll understand in a second. But we're going to talk about her first. She obviously is on her stand here. And we're just going to start with her face because, wow. I don't know what else to say. Breathtaking, amazing. She's so beautiful. The graphic eyeliner is so stunning. I love the shapes and the colors that they've chosen. She's got a little bit of heterochromia, which is just a fun design aspect. I don't know. I think it looks super cool. It's very beautiful. Both of her eye colors are so pretty. And then I'm obsessed with her lip. The gradient lip is so pretty. And I just like that darker aspect to her face. I don't know. I cannot get enough of her face. She's so beautiful. She's got on either ear little safety pin earrings. And then in her hair, she has got kind of barbed wire cat ears. It's just a little headband, and it is tied in. You can see there's definitely a loose thread where it was tied in. I think I'm going to keep it tied in, because this is definitely not going to stay on if you clip that off. But I'll probably try to trim the thread a little bit so it's slightly less obvious. As far as her hairstyle goes, I love it. She's got these braids on either side where they're just kind of braided with cord. And I just think it looks so fun and gives it a little bit of edge. I love that for her. I'm sad that there is gel in the braids and there isn't really gel in the rest of her hair, so I thought I was going to be able to get away with not having to wash her hair. but I will have to wash her hair. That being said, it's definitely worth it if this is the style that I get to have, because I just think this is so fun. I don't know. It seems fairly simple, but it just looks really good. Like, the effect is really, really nice. She does also have a little bit of black rooted at the very, like, base of her head, which is fine. As far as her actual rooting goes, it's definitely not the thickest. She's got, like, a pretty big bald spot right here. It's not the worst we've seen. Like, it's not the worst we've seen by far, but it is also definitely not the best that we've seen. So, slightly disappointing there. Definitely, you can kind of comb it over to where you can't actually see any of her scalp. But, you know, it's something to note for sure. Then, moving on down to her outfit. So, this is actually all one piece. If you see in the back, it all velcros up. So, it's like a very, very short dress or a very long skirt. I definitely just lost one of her earrings. That just fell out of her head. There we go. We'll try that again. So yeah, it is all one piece. I love it. I think it's so cute. I love the crisscross of this sort of harness. I just like the 3-dimension effect that it gives. Obviously, the fact that it is 3D is really cool. Nice detail, nice quality there. She has one hoodie string. I'm trying to see if I can find the other hoodie string. I think I've got it. Okay, there it is. It was just tucked inside her hoodie, so it wasn't missing, just tucked inside from the packaging. So that's totally fine. We have another, like, old school cartoon style cat. Again, not my personal favorite, but it's fine. I like the graphic look. That's pretty cool. Other than that, just kind of a hoodie with a bunch of studs on it. We love the studs. Basic stuff. Then for her bottoms, we actually have a pair of bike shorts, which is fascinating because I'm pretty sure, like I'm 99% sure this is the first time we've ever seen bike shorts in Rainbow High or Shadow High. And I just think that's fun. Like, it's something that we haven't done before. So that's always nice to see, just something a little bit different. We've got writing on the sides. And then we've got some slightly over the knee socks that are mostly hidden by her huge sneakers. Like the very, very tall Converse style sneakers, which is honestly just funny to me because I definitely wanted to own a pair of these as like a teenager, and now they're okay. We'll get there in a second, but I like her other shoes a lot better. I do like that they have actual strings. Like, you can see I can untie this one. So, like, they are actual strings, which is really, really nice. Obviously not all the way. She's got painted on laces behind there. I like the added detail. I think it's just not my style anymore. Like, I think the super tall sneakers is just, to me, it's throwing back to an area of my life where I was very cringy, so I think it makes me feel a little cringy inside, even though it's not actually cringy. Does that make sense? I also feel like I've never said the word cringy as much in my life. Quality-wise, though, they do look totally fine. A little bit of green detail here. This one is, like, slightly misprinted. Not a huge deal, though. Overall, very, very cute. But, as I said, I had to go over this first because I need us to kind of keep... Her stand fell apart. Wow, I'm dropping everything today. Anyway, though, as I was trying to say, we need to kind of keep this in mind here, right? Because she's got kind of a very punk aesthetic, but slightly more on the, like, androgynous side. You know, kind of like the baggy hoodie, the shorts, and then, like, the sneakers. It's not hyper feminine, you know? I think that we need to keep that in mind. First of all, I think it is funny that they also did this with Jade in Wave 1. They made her very, like, Billie Eilish-esque and a little bit more androgynous looking. So I think it's funny that, again, with a green character, we're seeing kind of the same thing. But I'm going to turn her around so that my camera will focus on her second outfit now. Because, I don't know, I have some feelings. Starting with the good feelings, these shoes are beyond... Like, these might be some of my favorite shoes ever from Rainbow High or Shadow High, and that says a lot. They're exactly my style, so that really helps. They're, like, these chunky boots. I'm just obsessed with it. Again, we've got real laces, and they're actually threaded through. I hope the camera can pick up the detail here. I don't know what these are called, so I'm sorry. It's a little embarrassing of me. But they're actually, like, threaded onto the boot. I don't know what to do with that. That's such a cool level of detail. So amazing. So good looking. I'm beyond thrilled with these. Without a doubt, she's going to be displayed in those because, like, amazing. Then moving on up, we actually have two bottoms technically. We have this pair of green fishnets, which is interesting that they came with the pants because I feel like you're not going to be able to see them at all. Like, maybe a little bit at the top, but it's not like there's holes in the pants for the fishnets to show through. I also am nervous because Crystal came with fishnets, and the second that I tried to put them on her, they ripped. So I'm hoping I have better luck with these. As far as her pants go, the kind of tan color is an interesting choice. It definitely looks more gray because of my background, but in person they are quite, like, khaki. I don't mind the color, I just don't know that it fits perfectly with the rest of her color scheme. Maybe that's just me. I'm not as big a fan of, like, browns and tans as I am of blacks and grays, so I could just be biased against it. I do like all the printing on here. It's all really, really solid. She also has SH embroidered on both of her back pockets. So detail-wise and quality-wise, they look quite good. It also says on the very bottom, see you in the shadows. So that's cool. I do like the detail and the quality on the pants. Where we move up is where I start to get a little bit lost. Because, like, this top is... I feel like when you put it next to everything else, this honestly just looks so mediocre. The sequins... I don't think it really fits with her design. Like, every other aspect of her is more, like, androgynous, more punk, and I just don't get that with the sequins. I feel like that's not the same vibe at all. I like the straps to it. That's cool. But I just feel like it's not for the same character. I don't know. That could just be me. But I also feel like the quality level isn't the same. Like, there's a lot of loose threads on this one. The sequins are honestly fairly matte for sequins. Like, they don't really sparkle or give anything off. Like, it's just when you compare it to something like this boot, it feels a little weird to have gotten these in the same doll, because this is so stunning and this is, compared to it, pretty lackluster. If this were by itself, I don't think I would have the same complaints, but it's just seeing it with everything else that Harley comes with, it's not that impressive. And then her coat also confuses me. This less so than the sequin top. I just don't... Again, I don't feel like it really fits. I'm going to show you both outfits on the doll so you can kind of see what I mean, maybe. Quality-wise, I think it's fine. I think all of the embroidery on the back is really cool and really well done. The inside, there's this lining sewn on there, and whatever it's, like, attached with is brown and looks quite dirty right out the package. So that's not thrilling. Obviously you wouldn't see it, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. I just don't feel like her two outfits are very cohesive. I think that's the thing that's kind of tripping me up here. Overall, the quality in the coat, pretty good. But yeah, for comparison's sake, let's spin her around again so you can see this is Harley in outfit number 1. This is what she looks like in her first outfit. And this is her second outfit, minus her hands, because I had to take them off to get the coat on. But I don't know, I just don't feel like this is the same vibe at all, and I like the vibes a lot better of her first outfit. I like elements of this. I don't mind her pants. I obviously love her shoes. The coat's fine, although it is way too thick for the stand to actually go over it. Like, it's fine. I don't get the fishnets like I had thought. You can't see them pretty much at all. And also just that small layer of thickness made her pants incredibly hard to get on. So, like, it's a lot of work for nothing. And I really don't think that the shirt fits her or is the same quality. And off screen here, because I have to take off her coat so I can show you this, it doesn't even fit her. Like, that is barely clinging on. And it's, like, weirdly riding up in the front because of how hard I had to stretch it to try to get it to stay on. So, like, the shirt doesn't even fit. Second outfit, the shirt really, really bothers me. Everything else is fine. I'm not trying to complain a whole lot. I just feel like I have to point that out. But all things said and done, honestly, aside from her second shirt, I really do like Harley and everything that she comes with. Like, I know I spent a lot of time complaining about that, but I promise that is not my overall feeling on this doll. The base doll, I absolutely am obsessed with. Almost all of the pieces of clothing that she comes with, I'm very happy with. I just wanted to let you guys know that that second shirt to me is really a dud, and like the second outfit overall, it just doesn't seem like it was designed for the same character. But like, I can just display her in the first outfit and it's gonna be fine. So those are my overall thoughts. Sorry if I rambled a whole lot this video. Not my intention, but like, I had a lot of opinions and I had to get them out there. With that being said, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. So if you could, let me know down below in the comments how you're feeling about Harley, her second outfit, the whole line overall. Just let's talk Neon Shadow in the comments. But yeah, that's going to be the video for me. If you liked it, if you could give it a like, that would mean a lot. If you want to see more from me, I make videos every Monday and every Thursday. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or your night or whatever it might be. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.